Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittney and I provide content tips for new and beginner UGC and content creators to help them get started on their content journey. First off, I want to say happy 2024 to everyone. I hope everyone brought in the new year like you expected, and if you are striving to be a UGC creator and or content creator in the new year of 2024, I am your girl. Like I said, I love to provide helpful tips and tricks for new and beginning content creators as well as UGC creators. So let's get into it. So today I have a interesting topic to speak on, which is engagement in social media, which I think is very important and is also not really talked about a lot. Today I wanted to provide you some tips on how to get engagement and some things you can try to do for you to eventually get some engagement on your social media. Alright, so when we're talking about engagement when it comes to social media, there's plenty that we can talk about, but I feel like we should probably address the elephant in the room, which is first impressions. Your social profiles are pretty much like your digital storefront, okay? This is what people are going to be introduced to when they go to your page, and you would want to make this welcoming, interesting, intriguing. You want people to actually follow you. So I would suggest, just when you're setting up your social profiles, when you're just starting as a content creator, to make sure you have a high quality profile picture that represents you and your brand. This could be a logo or just a picture of yourself if you're just a creator or anything like that. Just make it you. Like, don't put like a background of your favorite anime if you're trying to make a business social media page, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure it's you. It doesn't have to be like a headshot. It can be, but it can be of your favorite picture of you that is professional-esque and just represents who you are, your personality, all that good stuff. I would also suggest for your bio to be like your pitch. When I think about it, I think of my bio being like an elevator pitch, and I feel like I've seen a lot of creators do this as well, like who you are, what you do, and what people should expect from you. So make sure you guys have that in your bio, so it'll be easy to figure out, what you're doing, who you are, and what to expect from your page, all from your bio. And I know we're limited to character counts when it comes to social media bios, especially for TikTok, but it doesn't have to be super long. It doesn't have to be a paragraph. It can be short and simple, but also intriguing, and really lets people know who you are, what you do, and what to expect from you on your page. Okay, next tip. This is literally the heart of your social media presence, which is your content in itself. Something that I wish I was told in the beginning is that it is definitely quality over quantity, okay? You don't want to have a whole bunch of random posts on your page that doesn't really provide any value, doesn't really show, what your best can be. Make sure you're putting out quality videos. That doesn't mean to go spend a ton of money on equipment and software and editing apps. That doesn't mean that. That just means to, study up on your content styles that you're wanting to do. When you post, I would rather you guys post something that is worthwhile, actually brings value, or, an interest that your audience will be interested in as well. I definitely wouldn't suggest just posting to post, because you will get the growth that you really want to see, because you're just putting out posts, throwing them out, not having, consistent posting schedule. Your stuff is likely not going to stick. Definitely when it comes to posting your content, have a set schedule and stick to that. If you want to do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at, 11 o'clock in the morning, make sure you have your post scheduled or have your post done in time so you can actually stick to that. This also goes in turn with finding your niche. Once you find your niche, be authentic as you can. Just be yourself. Literally just show up as yourself, and make sure you're not just throwing content out there. And also, don't forget about captions. I feel like captions is one of those things that, again, no one really talks about when it comes to being a creator. But if you have a great caption, it can lead to engagement as well. You can maybe share personal experiences that's related to the post. You can maybe ask questions or see what people think by asking them what they think below in the comments. Or you could also have, like, if you're having a statement or something that you're talking about, regardless of your niche, you can say maybe like drop a purple heart in the comments if you agree. It can be as simple as that. And all that is pretty much just encouraging other people to engage with you in your social media, and that goes to your engagement. So that's a win-win. Another thing that I get mixed comments on when it comes to being a creator and social media in itself is hashtags. I've seen some people say, yeah, use hashtags, like they're great, use a lot of them all at once, everything's fine. And then I see other creators who are saying like hashtags really don't do anything. You don't really need to use them. They don't, they're not going to get your post out any other way. Yeah, okay. So hashtags. Do we use them? Do we not? If you do decide to use them, because I still use them from time to time, but if you decide to use them, I don't think you need to put 10 to 15, 20 plus hashtags in one post. If anything, maybe 3 to 5. And when you do those hashtags, make sure that they're specific to your niche, and make sure that they are specific to that particular piece of content and or your niche. I'm not going to sit up here and say that they 100% work when you do that, but this is what I've heard. This is what I'm kind of sticking with. So that's what I'm sharing with you all today. Another thing that I found out recently when it comes to engagement is a two-way street. If you want engagement, you will have to engage. Simple as that. I'm just now learning this myself. I'm not sure for Instagram, but I know on TikTok, like if you like and comment on other people's posts that are similar within your niche, your stuff will start popping up on their For You page. So if you do that with a lot of creators and a lot of people who are within your niche or anything like that, you'll start popping up on their For You page. Like I said, I'm not sure how it works with Instagram, but when I find out, I would definitely come back and share with you all. So imagine if you do that for a lot of different creators and a lot of different, things you're doing, or if you're a UGC creator, a lot of other UGC creators within the UGC niche that you're working towards, you're going to get seen more. Another tip for engagement is specifically on Instagram, because I'm not sure if TikTok has this option as well, but if you're doing like story posts, they have engagement tools that you can use on your Instagram stories. They have like the slider, you can ask questions, like there's polls, like there's plenty of ways that you guys can set up engagement tactics on your Instagram stories. If you want a more in-depth detail on that, let me know down below in the comments and I'll definitely get that to you. All in all these tips for, social media engagement, that'll eventually, if you do it enough and your content is like valuable and all that, that will eventually spark conversation, spark engagement. And the last thing I want to talk about today when it comes to your engagement in social media is your analytics. I definitely would recommend checking your analytics on a regular basis. That way you can see what content is performing well, what's not performing well, when is your audience most active, when aren't they most active. You can definitely use all this information to define your strategy and figure out what content you should be leaning towards more and what content you should probably stay away from based on what your audience is taking and receiving and liking and not liking. When you're able to see when your audience is online, this kind of gives you a time of when you should be posting your content, so you can make sure that your audience sees your content at least and not seeing it late or the next day because they're just not on social media at that time. So it definitely will be helpful to check your analytics on a regular basis. And there you have it, creators. A quick guide to boost your engagement on social media. If you try these tips and they work for you, definitely let me know down below. If you found these tips helpful, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And again, don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so you know when I'm posting, which is Fridays at 4. That all being said, thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you all on my next video.